So good night, YouTube Street. I'm here tonight again with another video, refreshing, enlightening, eye-opening, possible educational, and hope some form of comfort will come from this. But anyway, my peeps, I want to say thank you for the people who supports me. Thank you for your subscriptions. Yeah, I am very appreciative. I might not reach the level where some people have, but I must say thank you to my subscribers, and I hope the others who will come listen and subscribe and like and comment and share the video, I'll also appreciate. Anyway, tonight is another night when I feel like talking about this subject again tonight. And the last two videos that I put up about Narry, his son, what Five Studio was doing that I thought was like disturbing, and I spoke on it. But tonight I want to take it in another little direction. You understand me? And this direction that I want to take it in, for the supporters who love Narry, we all love Narry. I am one of those persons who love Narry and care about Narry. You understand me? And yes, let me say it, care about the well-being of Narry. Because as I said to you, one of the reasons why I came out and I went on his live, it was what I have observed. Because you see me not just watch videos, I don't just watch. I watch, I listen, and I analyze, and I look keenly on a person body language, behavior, whenever they are speaking. And you can tell when a person is stressed out, you can tell when a person is nervous, you can tell when a person is not able to deal with certain kind of harsh situation. You can tell. And I had observed a whole lot of that about Narry. You understand me? And that was one of the reasons why I went on his life to comfort him. You understand me? But as I say, for the last two videos that I post up, I'm not going to say I shouldn't post them. I have no reason to think that way. Because let me tell you, it's not just for Narry, It's not just for Narry. It's for those other fathers who out there who are going through similar situation. And for those fathers who turn their backs on their children. So it is representing a wide variety of people. Because here you have a father who wants to be in his child's life, right? But the fight, the vindictive behavior, and all of that cause him to kind of like say, not say giving up, but the fight sometimes is too much. And here you have other men who are fathers, fathered children, and walk away from them and turn their backs on them. So when I put up this video, when I put up these two videos, it was not just so I could just speak to Narry only. It's for a wide variety of men. You understand me? But tonight I want to say to Narry, I know you are tired. I know that. But well, I mean, me see your glimpse of this evening on your live, and you look a bit more refreshed and more relaxed, Because from the divorce, I wonder how me not see you. And I hear nothing from you. So I was wondering. But anyway, I see you today, I say you look a little more relaxed, a little more refreshed. Don't know why. You understand me, but you do, obviously you get some rest. But what I want to say to you today, and you might not see it, but your supporters will see it. Because the first video when me put up, I say, why is Narry allowing Vibe Studio to be on his platform begging for his kid? I mean, I got over 130 odd comments. I got over 130 odd comments on that one video. You understand me? So, I mean, and people had different reactions. You understand me? In how they state their comment. But the bottom line is that I want to say, I can tell you that you are loved. You are loved by a lot of women who cares about you. You are loved by a lot of women who cares about you. And even though negativeness is being spoken against you, and even though you are being derailed and called names and laughed at and mocked and jeered and say what you look like and all of that, in that video that I posted, the first one about the kid and what Vibe Studio was doing on this platform, I can tell you that you have a whole lot of supporters behind you. You understand me? Even in spite of what the opposition is saying about you. But me come on this tonight for really say to you, say, Nar, I know sometimes what fights can lead to, and not physical fights, but the fights where you feel you are fighting for something that is worth fighting for. And sometimes you get so much beat up that even though you know that it is worth fighting for, sometimes you can go into the quit mood or the discouraged mood, or the mood that says, I can't do this no more. But you see, I'm going to say this to you, and maybe it's only your supporters will see or hear. But I would be very grateful to God if this video could find you and you could hear it. I am asking you to continue this fight for your kid in spite of the opposition, in spite of the derailing, in spite of the hurdles, in spite of the what I call it now, the arrows that are being shot at you. I'm asking you to please continue this fight. And one of the reasons why I'm asking you to continue this fight, I have witnessed where children who have grown up into adults, after meeting their father sometime for the first time, and I've listened to them talk, right? And let me tell you something about children. Children don't understand the war between you and them and the other parent. Children do not understand, and children do not care about the war. What a child cares most about is how much you fought for them, how much you fought to be with them, how many mountains you had to climb over for them, how many hurdles you had to jump over for them. You understand me? How many obstacles you had to come against in order to reach them. That's what a child cares about. Because me sit down and me listen to these children turn adults, how they blame their father and were discouraged because they said, well, daddy didn't fight enough. You didn't fight enough for me. You understand me? And I want to encourage you. I know it is hard. I know. And if you notice, I am soft tonight. I am very soft tonight. Because as one of my subscriber said, I'm very aggressive. I'm aggressive when it's necessary to be aggressive. And I am soft when it's necessary to be soft. But what I am trying to say here is that children do not care about the fights with the mother or the father or the next parent. What a child cares about is when a child knows how much you fought for them, how much you fought to be there with them, how much you fought to be there for them. That's what a child cares about. And as me say, me witness these things with me 2 eyes and hear with me 2 ears, how children sometimes blame their father because they think daddy didn't fight enough for them. And this is what I want to say to you. Prince is a kid now, but Prince is gonna grow up one day. Your son is gonna grow up one day. And he is gonna know about all these things that went on between you and his mother. And the only thing that your son is going to care about is how much you fought so that you could be there with him, for him, and do the things that a father should do for his kid. That's the only thing Princey will care about, you know. Princey ain't gonna care nothing about the fight with you and his mother. Princey will look at how much you fought for him so you could have him and be there with him. That is what is going to be important to Princey. How much you fought. I know, as I said to you, I know a lot of things is being said about you. You understand me? That can lead to discouragement. That can lead to the part where you said, look, you may just give up on this. But I am encouraging you, Narry. Continue this fight. And yes, you say you shouldn't have to fight, but you are in a situation where you are put in a position that you have to fight. You were put in a position now that you have to fight. You have to fight to get your son to have a relationship with your kid before your kid reach 15, 13, 14, and 15, and you don't have a relationship with him. You understand me? So you have to continue the fight. And as I say, you might not see this video, but I hope one day it may find you. You have to keep up this fight, because the only thing that your son will care about at the end of all of this is how hard you fought for him. How hard you fought so you could have a relationship with him. How hard you fought against every odds and against every obstacles so that you could be there for him and do what you need to do for him. And you see, I am going to put this part in. You know, today at work, I came in contact with Miss Jamaica World. And I don't know if I should say exactly if she's whatever, but you know, I'll leave that. But I came in contact, she's a present Miss Jamaica, bottom line. And I saw this gentleman came up to me, and he was asking me for a specific place, right, on the building that I work. He was asking me for a specific place, and I was like hesitant. You understand me? But anyway, I showed him, and I was trying to get his attention to ask him, what do you want? Why are you asking me for that place? What do you want? And he wouldn't tell me. And then after I look, I saw him coming up with two ladies, right? And to cut the long story short, this man is the father of Miss Jamaica World, the reigning queen right now. He is. And he came back out to me and he said to me, while you were asking me, I could not tell you because of who was coming up to come into the building. And I'm like, is it the Prime Minister? But no, it was not. It was Miss Jamaica World, the reigning queen. And anyway, they went into the building and they had what they needed to do done. And this gentleman was there showing me the videos of his daughter, the Miss Jamaica World reigning queen. And I mean, he was so boastful about it. He was so proud. And while he was showing it to me, I looked at him and I said, congratulations. I said, congratulations for your daughter being the Miss Jamaica World Queen. You understand me? And he was just showing me the photos, and she's a beautiful girl. But then at the end, after they left, and people, I want to listen keenly to this. At the end of what they came to do and left, the mother of the daughter prepped someone and said to someone, do you know that this man left us from she was 8 years old? And you know when we saw him back was when he heard that his daughter became Miss Jamaica World reigning queen right now. And I was like, where you say? Because he was so proud and he was so protective. Because I mean, when he came up the stairs and he asked me for the place, I saw him alone. So obviously he had them downstairs in the car, and he would not take them out of the car until him find the place where I go. You understand me? And when I heard what the mom told somebody, because I prep them, I hope I don't put nobody in trouble. The mom told somebody that the dad left them from she was 8 years old. And he had not returned back to them until he heard that his daughter was the Miss Jamaica World reigning queen. And this is what I am saying. And I'm not addressing Narry at this, because I know Narry did not abandon his son. I know he didn't do that. It's the fight. It's the fight that he comes up against that puts him in this position, whereas he feels like he shouldn't have to fight, but you got to fight. And back to the story, the point is that what I am trying to say is this. A lot of fathers turn their backs on their children. And sometimes, because God is such a good God, the picnic where you turn your back pan and throw a stone behind your pan, sometimes God allow that child to become great. And most of the time is when the greatness of these children are being shined. You see the father or the parent, when they walk out of the picnic life, come and pop up and say, I am the father, I am the this, I am the that. And this is what I am trying to say. And when I put out my video, I was not trying to embarrass her, to make my video sound like, well, Narry is not doing what he's supposed to do. You understand me? He is accused. He is accused. And I said to some people in the one that I put out last night, responding back to some of the comments, I said if they had listened good, they would have heard when I said if. Because if means it's a possibility that he is doing, or it's a possibility that it is not. If he is not doing, then he should. But if he is doing, ignore the accusations and whatever we seems to say, well, it's a lie. Right? And this is the moral of the story. When we're talking about this lady, when we want to say the man left them from she a 8-year-old, and as soon as he hears say she win Miss Jamaica World, he pop up and come start. I mean, I tell her, say the man I walk and show everybody who would look at the video of his daughter crowning, wearing the proud crown of the beautiful land of wood and water, Miss Jamaica World, the most beautiful girl in the world. You understand me? And he felt so proud to come and was showing everybody. And I mean, when they look up prep about the part where that for 11 years he was not in her life. Why and where was he? For 11 years, because I think she's about 19 years old now. And the mom said he left them from she was 8 years old. You understand me? And the moral of the story is, when I placed my videos, I was trying to say to fathers who turn their backs on their children, and Narry, this is not for you, because I would not accuse you that you turn your back on your child, but I know there is a fight that sometimes causes you to be very, very discouraged and tired in your head, tired in your mind, tired in your heart, tired in your body from the fight that you have to fight, and you feel that you shouldn't have to fight. But when you are put in a position to fight, you should fight. When you are put in a position to fight, you should fight to the very end, that when that child grows up, that child will only remembers how much my dad fought against everything that came to stand against him. He fought through it. He fought for me. He fought so he could be there for me. That's the only thing that child will remember and cherish. You understand me? That's the only thing that child will remember and cherish. Because when I heard that story this evening, I'm like, yo, so when did they for the last 11 years? Where were you? What were you doing? Why weren't you a part of your child's life? But now as your years, so she turned Miss Jamaica world. You pop up and you show up. That even somebody else was saying, that can't be true. But that was the story. Whether it's a lie, whether it's true, that was the story. That's what was prepped. And I am prepping back my supporters and Narry supporters tonight. You understand me? You have to do all that you can do so you can be there for your child. You understand me? And one of the greatest victory you will have in your changing the narrative program is that you will be able to tell other men and encourage other men that you had fight the fight of your life so you could be there for your child, so you could have your child. And you can tell and be an example to tell other men that it doesn't matter what the other parent does. Because of the love for your child, you did not give up. And you can encourage them that they don't have to give up, that they can fight the fight and win the victory when it comes to the battle for your child. You understand me? And this is what my story is about. This is what I am trying to get out. You have to do what you have to do for your children, because children don't remain children. Children don't remain children, and they are gonna grow up and they are gonna hear things and they are gonna listen and they are gonna pick out what they should believe and what they should accept, and they are gonna decide how they deal with you, the other parent, by what they hear and see or were told. You understand me? So Papa Narry and to Narry supporters, please don't take what I said in my first video as an offense to Narry or to the people who support him. Because remember, I was one of the first one who got on him live, got belch out my belly. They laugh and say, oh, when I'm saying me have diarrhea, something like that. Because I never hold back nothing. And I could not hold back anything because I had to spit out and spill out all that was in me. And I was one of the first person who was granted the ability to go on his life, to comfort him, to talk to him. So it's not that I am turning back from him, or it's not that I am turning on him. You understand me? But I am trying to say, continue the fight for your child, because the only thing that child will remember when he grows up is how much you fought, how hard you fought for him, how hard you fought for him and fought for his love and fought for you to love him. You understand me? That's the only thing that he is going to remember. And I want to encourage you, Narry. I know the battle is hard, because you have been beaten down, you have been mocked, you have been dared, you have been called every name in the book. And I know you're human, but I'm not lie. That's why sometimes I retaliate sometimes when people say things to me, because my skin very thin. And as the opponent, Vibe Studio did say, he might go teach me how to have tough skin. on the net. Never give no chance to teach me because I start slap. And you know the rest. You understand me? And I'm not bragging about it. But it takes courage. It takes great courage. It takes great courage for a man to go through so much to be hit in so many areas of your life, to be called names and to be lied on, to be talked about. You understand me? And you still can stand. And I'm saying stand with your arms wide open as you fight this fight for your kid, to welcome him into your life the way how you want to have a relationship with him. Because a lot of people, let me tell you something, a lot of parents and mothers do it to another's fathers. You have mothers who walk away from their children. Walk away from their children while they were young because they want to have the life. They want to get the riches. So them turn them back on them picnic so they can go make it. And sometime after making it, these children want to have nothing to do with them. Because these children come up and grow up and say, you were never there for me. You were never there. You don't know how I lived. You don't know, you were never there to dry a tear for me. You were never there to comfort me in a situation when I was discouraged or when I was hurting. You were never there. So the people who they grow up with, a lot of the times these children cling to those people, whether it's a stranger, whether it's a stepfather, a stepmother, as long as that person is good. Sometimes these are the people who these children grow up to have a bond with. And this is why I'm saying to you, fight for your child. Fight for your child. Because I know you love your son. Me now ask no question about that. Fight for your child. Okay? And don't stop fight until you win. Because that's the only thing Princey will remember and treasure, is that my dad fought for me. My dad fought so hard for me. My mom could not withstand because my dad fought for me. That's the only thing your son will remember. And if you don't see this video now, I hope one day you will see it. And for the fathers who have turned their backs on their children, I want you to remember, these children will not remain children. They will grow up into young people, young adults, and they will become adults. And they will not forget who was there for them in the most needed and necessary time of their lives. So continue your fight, Narry. I know a lot of people not pleased with me because of that video, but it was not just sent out for Narry. You see, there's a scripture in the Bible that says what the enemy meant for evil, God turns it around for good. You understand me? It was not just meant for me to talk tonight. It was meant for others who hear and listen, because this video will all the next 30, 40 years, it will still be on YouTube. Trust me. Because nothing will come off of YouTube unless YouTube have a reason to take it down. Believe me. So your child will only remember that you fought. That you fought hard for him. And you never stop fighting until you win. I encourage you, don't give up the fight. Let not your son say to you when he has grown up, Dad, you should have fought harder for me. Let it not be the word that comes from your child's mouth when he becomes an adult. You did not fight for me hard enough. And so I encourage you, beyond all that you have to go through, all that faces you, all the arrows that are aimed at you, go through them like the whirlwind. and reclaim your child's heart. Reclaim. Because he's young right now, he doesn't understand much. He's going to listen to what his mother says. He's going to listen to what the people around him tells him. He is going to hear what they have to say. And if you are not there, if you don't fight this fight so you can have your child, so you can explain to him later on, trust me, it can have serious effects. So I encourage you, continue your fight. I see you looking great today, like you get some rest. Come out here and change, continue to change the narrative. And one of the greatest victory you will have in changing the narrative is overcoming the battle for your child, for his heart and for his love. And I sign off on that. Bank on that.